Hey, it's time for the Warrior of the Week from Vance Air Force Base. This week we talked to Tech Sergeant James Estep, working in the security forces, so I got to mind my business and be careful. How are you?
Pretty good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So how long have you been in security forces?
We're going on about 19 years.
So it was something you wanted to do, getting into the Air Force. Was that a goal, or is that what you got into when you signed up?
Yes, sir. When I enlisted, I went directly for security forces.
Excellent. Now you're the non-commissioned officer in charge of operations. What does that mean in layman's terms?
Well, I oversee a lot of the operations on the base when it comes to security, making sure everyone's taken care of and all the gates and everything are properly manned, and just all the security that goes into the base.
Gotcha. Excellent. So those signs, especially the western perimeter, when it says "do not enter," that's a big no-no. Those are the type of things you're literally overseeing, even that far out on the base.
Kind of. We have people that are in positions that regulate those signage and all that stuff. But any kind of response to someone that comes on the installation that isn't warranted,
Right.
We go out and check out to make sure everything's
Excellent.
okay, or call local law enforcement
Right.
to interject if they're on public property.
All the way from Waco, Texas. So where all have you been in the Air Force in your career?
Well, station, like my duty station wise, I was at Moody Air Force Base, Georgia.
Okay.
And then I transferred over to Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stayed there for about 8 years and moved back to Moody
Okay.
in Georgia. And I picked up a special duty assignment that took me all the way up north to Cavalier, North Dakota.
All right.
Small little Space Force base up there. It's about 15 miles from the Canadian border.
Way up there.
Yeah, way up there. And
Excellent.
then I had the pleasure of getting an assignment to Vance Air Force Base.
Awesome. Been here for a year and a half. Says you're married to Rachel, got 2 kids. How long have you and Rachel been together? It's not a pop quiz. A long time?
Like 15 years.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Got 2 kids, Annalyn and Lawson. Are the kids teenagers now? Or
No, sir. My daughter, Annalyn, she's 8 years old, and my son, Lawson's 4.
Excellent. So you are a busy man.
Sure.
What's been the coolest thing that you've gotten to be a part of here in Enid Advance? Some of the neat stuff you've gotten to do.
Well, I was able to speak at Autry Tech last year on Veterans Day. Told them kind of my story of how I've transferred through the Air Force, what all I've done, and all the things I've been an opportunity to be a part of. And that was pretty special.
Says that you want to become a senior NCO and become a first sergeant. And to be honest with you, when I saw you, you're obviously been in the Air Force a while. I was assuming you were already going to be a first sergeant when we started the interview. Why do you want to be first sergeant?
I really like helping airmen, and that's the best place for senior NCO to be if they're wanting to do that. It's a good career move, but it's more about helping people and being that support.
Excellent. I was just looking at some of the stuff that you like doing. Obviously, you like getting plugged into the community that you live in.
Yes, sir.
And what are some of the things you've been involved in here in Enid that you and your wife have been doing that you've been liking?
Well, my wife is part of this. Actually, she's the president of the Vance Spouses Association.
So you're busy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So she's very busy, and she's the sole FCC provider on the base. So she provides childcare for the military members and civilian. That's different than the actual CDC, the Child Development Center.
Right.
So she augments them, kind of, I guess you'd say. So she provides that support on that end. But when it comes to off the installation, we haven't really been too much of a part of too many things that are off the installation. We like to go to like the tree lighting and all the different things that are put on by Vance, by Enid, which is pretty special. I think Enid puts out a lot of opportunity for people to get involved.
Absolutely.
With all like the First Fridays and all the different things that they do, which I thought was pretty amazing how many events that they put on. And being security forces, I had the opportunity to get involved with the Enid Police Department,
Mm-hmm.
and they're pretty awesome. I like talking with them. Lieutenant Nick John down there, he's my point of contact.
Right.
But I also got to play golf with Chief Skaggs, which he's pretty good at golf.
Yeah, he is.
And there's a couple of officers that I played with that are just amazing.
So James, 19 years into the Air Force, usually 20 years is retirement time. What are you thinking? What's your game plan?
I'm trying to make senior NCO.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Okay.
And that'll allow me to stay in the Air Force for a little bit longer. But I'm gonna stay in as long as I can.
Okay.
We're in a good spot. I like Enid.
Mm-hmm.
I like the military. My wife is in a good spot.
Yeah.
Vance is a great base, especially for our children.
Yep.
Just because Eisenhower's right on the base, so it's very nice.
So I'm going to look into the future a little bit with the crystal ball. Since you're doing golf with Brian, you see yourself retiring here and maybe being a part of the local police force?
I
Maybe?
don't think we're gonna stay in Enid.
Are you sure? Because Batman's who you're playing golf with. You know that, right?
Yeah. My wife is from Louisiana.
Okay. All right.
And she kind of wants to go home, but she also wants to go to Florida for a little while.
Okay.
Spend some time
Fair
there.
enough.
So,
yeah.
It's still a work in progress. What we're gonna do.
She's been following your career, right? So
Yeah,
it's time
to follow hers.
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. James, I appreciate you. Thanks for taking care of the security forces and taking care of us in the meantime as well, because you keep Vance safe. You're keeping us safe too, and we appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
All
sir.
right.